Hello and welcome to my latest What Sold video. This is for the week of July 16th through July 22nd, 2020. My name is Trisha and I am an online reseller and I sell on Etsy, eBay, Poshmark, and ThreadUp. This week I have 24 sales, 12 in eBay and 12 in Poshmark that we're going to be taking a closer look at. And I was very happy that this week my sales were up, and they were up, well, a little over $100. So that was very nice, considering we are in the summer and whatever little bits of vacation that people are trying to get out, out and about as best as they can, and hopefully as safely as they can. And I hope everything is going well with you and you are able to stay safe and yet enjoy the beautiful summer weather. Oh, excuse me. Up first is this interesting handkerchief. I was not familiar with this Have a Hank bandana style handkerchief, but in doing some research on it, I found that although this was not a common style, this kind of Southwest style, they are a very popular handkerchief company. And this one sold, I believe, within about 24 hours of listing, and it did get a lot of attention. So this is a very popular brand, and it did sell for $9.99. And the buyer paid shipping on all of my eBay items. I do have the buyer pay shipping on them. And oh, I also did want to mention that I do have on my eBay items a 2% promoted listing on all of my items. And of the 12 items that I did sell, 6 of them were sold through promoted listings. And this was one of them. It did sell through a promoted listing. And again, I keep that percentage pretty much constant at 2% for everything that I list. Next up is this Red Tango by Tokyo Bay handbag. Was really nice, kind of a tote size. It was 13 by 15, so it was a really good size, bigger size. But I really liked this cat design, very kind of mid-century modern type design. It did have a couple scuff marks on it, and so I did take some close-up pictures. There were a couple on the front, and then there was one in the back here, but the bottom was in really good shape, and I didn't feel like those scuff marks were really like a deal breaker on this bag. And this bag, again, it got a lot of interest, probably because of the cat and the really just how neat the cat was on that. And this did sell through the sale price. I was running a 22% off sale at the time, and so this did sell for $15.59. This was, I don't believe, a very old piece, but I really liked the way that it looked. I liked how it was carved. And the detailing in the carving. And I don't know if it's going to be very easy to pick up, but it had so much color going on. It had this cream at the bottom, into the yellow, into the orange, then into the green, into some red that it had on it, a little more green, and then it also had blue on there. Very, very colorful. Again, I think it was fairly modern. It wasn't marked on the bottom at all, but I just thought it was very old school looking, but still had that really nice, vibrant color to it. And I did take a best offer of $11 on this, and it also sold through a promoted listing. This was a really fun dress, skirt, could be worn either way. This lapis, it was done as just a one size because of the kind of tubey, stretchy material at the top here. It definitely would expand easily to, you know, small, medium, large even. And I liked the versatility of this and how it could be worn as a dress, it could be worn as a maxi skirt. It also had this really fun detailing underneath, which I took a picture of, because then you can clip it up and get this really fun, almost, what is that, like an umbrella type skirt effect to it, which I thought was really fun. And here is the label on that one. And I really liked this color combination and the floral design in the skirt I thought was really pretty. And this one did sell for $24.99, and it also sold through a promoted listing. And this was sent to Canada through the global shipping. Jody Bergsma on this one is an artist. I'm in Western Washington, Washington State, and she is an artist in Western Washington, and her work is all over the place, but it is so sweet and just huge, huge fans up in this area of her artwork. And so whenever I do see it, I do pick it up because I know that, especially with eBay getting views throughout the entire country, a lot of people maybe don't know about her and how adorable her artwork is. And so this was a really small print. This was just a like 5.5 by 7.5 inch frame. Here it is in the frame. So you can see this being 5 by 7 that the print itself is much smaller. But look at the art, the detailing in the artwork. It's just lovely. And this one is signed and dated. Um, and this one I did end up taking a offer. Let me find it on my sheet. There it is. I took an offer of $11.50 on this one. And this vase, when I saw this vase, at first, you know, you kind of don't think anything of it. It's just a vase, even though it does have a really neat design here at the top. I thought that was very attractive detailing. What I really loved was this controlled bubble down here in the base. And I don't know, it really grabbed me. And I thought, that is so neat, the way that bubble just sits there like that. Um, and you know, it was a very pretty blue base. It was a nice soft blue with these darker blue accents on it. And I thought, you know, somebody is going to really appreciate that as much as I appreciated it, to pick it up and kind of save it. I feel sometimes some of the art, the glass work especially, it's like I feel like I'm saving it from the landfill sometimes to try to find these really neat pieces a new home. I don't know how old this was at all. It definitely could have been a modern piece, but I just really liked that controlled bubble in there. And this one I did sell for a best offer, or no, I believe I sent out an offer to Likers, and that's why it sold for $9.57. When I see the kind of strange numbers there, I believe that's because I took another 10% off. I think this was during my sale, and so it was already discounted, and then I had Likers, and so I sent an offer to a Liker, which took then another 10% off on that one. This was just adorable when I saw this. It's small, possibly could have been a child's little, you know, hot chocolate mug. But that train on there was just too cute to leave this one behind. Nice blue handle on that, and then the little train tracks go all the way around, and blue on the inside of the rim. And no chips or cracks on this one. And this is from the Louisville stoneware. It says made in Kentucky on it, which, you know, we don't see that much up here in Washington, but I loved that train. And so I had to pick that one up. And this one sold for, let's see, I believe again I sent another offer, 10% off, and it sold for $16.14, and it also sold through a promoted listing. Swimsuits for all. This one was a size 16 tankini. I do really well with swimsuits for all, and from the solds that are on eBay, I think everybody who picks up swimsuits for all does really well with them. They are a very popular brand. I don't know as though I've ever worn one, but they must fit great. One of those things where once you know your size, you can pretty much buy anything. I would imagine this brand is very similar to that, and I know I particularly like those kind of brands also. But this one I really thought was a pretty design. Nice floral design, good coverage on this top, but yeah, I just thought that the flowers, the leaves, the birds, that it was very pretty, very attractive. And it came with these nice wide stripes that were very adjustable, which is always a good thing to have, so you can get a really good fit on that. And this one I took a best offer of $15 on, and it sold very quickly. Again, this was like a 24, 48-hour sale. Very, very quick sale. Star Wars Stormtrooper men's necktie. You can't leave that behind. It's just too neat. Way too much fun on this one. And I did take a this one sold for the sale price of $15.59, and it sold through a promoted listing. But yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with a tie like that. It's definitely going to appeal to a lot of people, and it did get a lot of interest. This pair that I found, I had to pick these up, even though I knew that they would be a bit of a challenge to ship, because they were large. I'll scroll down in a minute to get those measurements, but they were in perfect condition. There were no chips, no cracks, not really even, I couldn't even find any flea bites on these. Probably never been used. They were probably just, on display and just in pristine condition. And so I just had to pick them up. The etching work on them was it was gorgeous. They were just made really, really well. And they had been very well taken care of, and they were in just fantastic condition. And they were down here, so they were 6.5 inches wide by 5 inches tall. So together they had some really, really good weight to them. They had good size to them. As you can see through, and if you followed any of my past listings and videos, that I don't shy away from selling breakables, glassware, mugs, vases, all of that stuff. It can be packaged well. It can be shipped in. I rarely have anything break. Not to say that things don't break. I've had a plate break in half. I've had a bowl that did get broken. but it's rare that an item doesn't arrive in good condition. You just have to pack things very, very well. Um, and so a lot of times on items, I will use the double boxing technique. So you wrap an item, you put it in a box, you put that box with a bunch of padding around it in another box. And then that way the outer box and that packing material is the one that is absorbing all of the impact during the shipping, and the inner box is remaining intact. And even though you have that, again, packed really well and padded really well, you don't have to worry as much because that you have that outer box absorbing all of the impact in shipping. And so that is the technique that I did use when I shipped this. Again, thinking of the furthest place across the country, these ended up going to West Palm Beach, Florida, which I can't think of shipping these any further away from where I'm located. And so I did definitely take that into consideration when I packaged these up, and I did. Each of these got its own separate box within a box and tons of padding. They arrived, I heard back from her, the gal that bought them, and they arrived in perfect condition, and I could not be happier because these worried me a bit, just because of their size, the delicacy of them, and the great distance of journey that they were going through. Luckily, shipping things priority mail, it was 2-day delivery, so I really wasn't worried with it being overly handled. I know in 2 days it can move really fast through the post office, and I actually did work for the post office for a year in overnights, processing mail and processing packages. So I know how things are processed. I know at what points in the journey that you really have to worry about, where the handling is going to get a little rough. And so I think that did help a bit in how I prepare packages for the journey. But yeah, this one really, really worried me. I did take a best offer of, interestingly enough, I believe this was $21.50 that I took a best offer on. And that may have been another 10%, or maybe it was $21.05, another 10% off. And these did sell through a promoted listing. These really fun lenticular Halloween portraits. We had picked up, me and a few friends had picked up a bunch for Halloween in decorating, and I have been kind of selling them now off Halloween season because you can't really find these off Halloween season. And so when people are looking for this type of thing, it is really hard to find them. And so this has been just kind of a fun little thing too. We just didn't need them anymore, so we just decided to sell them. And I've been selling them in groups of 2. I had some in groups of 3, some in groups of 4. I think I still have one group of 3 left. And these sold for, and I just lost them on my sheet. Where are they? There they are. So these, I believe I sent again another 10% off to watchers, and they sold for $10.52. They might have been on part of the sale, and then I took another 10% off. This was a really fun shoulder bag. I don't know if I don't think it was quite long enough. Maybe it could have been a crossbody bag. It might have sat just a little high, but I think I did include that because depending on how you like to wear it, I think it could have been also a crossbody. Really nice canvasy, cottony kind of design on this one. Really fun handbag. And this one did sell for $24.99, and you can see up close really nice detailing on this. Simple back, but I really did. I liked that bag as soon as I saw it and thought that somebody else is going to like this. Now this was, did I get a picture of that? I believe I did. Kind of. Not a very good picture, but this I believe, nope. Somewhere in here it said made in Nepal. And I guess I did not get a picture of that. Okay. But somewhere on there it said Nepal, which is why I included it in there. But for the life of me now, I guess it's been too long, too many pictures. I can't remember exactly where I got that from, although I could have sworn it said it somewhere right there. Okay, moving on. Those were my 12 eBay sales, and now on to Poshmark sales, which again, if you've been following along, having 12 Poshmark sales is not the norm, and so I am thrilled and want to thank, again, with all the eBay, anybody who has purchased from me, truly appreciate, especially with everything that is going on. Really, really do appreciate all of the sales that I have gotten. And again, I think that's why you know, I'm happy to take, you know, the additional 10% off and, you know, to help move some sales along. Up first is these really nice, these were from the suspender store, heavy duty rainbow suspenders. I did accept an offer of $15 on these. This was a beautifully painted vase, but it was small. You can see 4.5 inches by almost 5 inches. So it was on the small side, but the detailing on this was just incredible. The way that it was painted, it was very beautifully done. Had the little Japan sticker on the bottom, but just look at the way the colors really come off of that, and how well those colors have lasted all these years. But I did accept a best offer of $12 on this. And the next items, I sold a bundle of 3. So it was this really fun Disney coffee cup. You can see all the great characters in that. And then down at the bottom, this was a Walt Disney World that designed and made for Disneyland, Walt Disney World, Japan. And then I sold this. This was part of the Office series of Ray Dunn mugs. It just has this delete on one side, and this is an eraser. I had to think about that for a minute. This is an old-fashioned style eraser. And then I also sold this necklace, wooden pendant with this really nice brass inlay here. And so I sold all 3 of these items together for a bundle of $25. And then, and then I sold another bundle, which are these are coasters of famous British golf clubs. So you can see the set of 6 there. And then I sold this with another British item, which is this brass rubbing of Lady Margaret Peyton. And Lady Margaret Peyton died in, oh gosh, 14 something or other, and she's buried at St. Andrew's Church. And where she's buried, there is a brass plaque of her. And so when people visit her grave, they do these rubbings of her, the image that is on the brass. What am I trying to say here? Anyway, I didn't know who she was at the time when I saw her at the thrift store. I just thought she was spectacular. This is just lovely. You can see it's quite large, that her in the frame. This image here of her in the frame was 16 inches by 10 inches. So she was pretty tall. And I was kind of glad again that this sold on Poshmark, because I really do appreciate, and why I do list all my housewares on here is because you have those 5 pounds to play around with, and on having them now expanded to housewares, that really does help in terms of packing materials and everything else that you're able to use within that 5 pound guidelines. And so that is really, really nice, especially on a larger print like this, which does have a bunch of weight on its own. And then by the time you add the packing materials, you're just adding and adding and adding more weight. So it was very nice to not have to worry as much about the packing weight, and to ensure that this was going to make it there safely. And oh, and then again, I had another bundle. This time it was a clothing bundle. So I have this beautiful mauve top, nice green Swiss dots. Love this design. And I took a picture here because this front here was buttoned. And so that you could, however you wanted to wear it. It did have some flexibility with the buttons there. Nice elastic waist, beautiful kind of lettuce scrolling work on the bottom there. Very pretty, size 4. So it did take a little bit of time to sell this, being a little smaller of a size. And that sold with this Joseph About silk tie, a very classic design tie on that. And so that was really nice that those two sold together in a bundle, and that was $32. And I forgot to mention that the print and the coasters together sold in a bundle, and that was $28 that those two sold. And then the mauve top and tie, that was a $32 bundle. This is another handbag that sold. Really, again, another sweet design. Bungalow 360. This was a seal with a peace sign. This had just pockets everywhere. I did put that there were 9 pockets in this handbag. It's incredible. There's a pocket for everything on here. Lots of outer pockets, lots of inner pockets. It's a fantastic handbag. And this one I did sell for $25, and I did include a shipping discount on this one also with that offer. And then Jag jeans, I was a little worried, these being an 8 petite, but they sold fairly quickly. I'm going to say these sold within a week of listing them. Which kind of surprised me, but very happy. Jag jeans have a great classic fit to them, and these were a very nice style, just being a straight leg, very classic pant, and those sold for $17. And then probably my favorite item that I had in my shop, that I did go ahead and accept a best offer of $60 on was these bib overall denim, kind of a jumper. It was so cute. I believe this was handmade, but you can see all the little patches that were put on it. And down here, there's like a little pocket with more patches. And you can see how all these different denims were combined together. Nice raw hem on this. Here's the side on it. Nice little buttons here. And again, this was an Oshkosh overall portion, but I believe that was just used. Again, that this was hand put together. And then here's some more of the different denims that were used. And then I did take a picture of the underneath. So this was how it was all pieced together, which again, kind of makes me feel like this was a hand done item, but it was so cute. I really wish that the summer were different and we were having all of the great concerts and festivals and everything, because somebody would look so fantastic wearing this in all of that. Now this was a very small size, and so it did sit for a while because I knew with the waist being 13 inches and there really isn't any give in those 13 inches, that I knew it was going to take the right person to come along. And so I was very happy to accept the $60 offer on that one. And there was another one. Oh, it was the Jag jeans. It's like I knew I gave another shipping discount, and it was the Jag jeans. I sent out an offer and gave the shipping discount on that one. So, so those are the items that I sold. So I'll quickly go through the numbers. My cost of goods, which I annual average out to $2.25 per item, was $54 for the 24 items. My fees, including eBay, PayPal, and Poshmark, were $85.12. My total sales were $399.93, and my profit was $287.09, which is about $100 more than last week. And again, very thankful, very appreciative for all of my sales. And if you have any questions on anything, please feel free to leave those behind in the comments. If you have any comments you'd like to make, again, feel free to leave those behind. Appreciate a like if you enjoy this type of content, and consider subscribing to my channel as I will be doing more of this. Quick note that I will be doing another ThreadUp kit analysis, that I've had a whole kit go through the entire ThreadUp cycle. And so I will be doing some more of those analysis videos. I am kind of in between because it had taken so long to process bags. Understandably, that ThreadUp got behind, and I'm kind of got some kits there. I'm getting some more kits ready, so it will be a little while before I get some more kits processing through ThreadUp, but I will be continuing on and reporting all of those sales and reporting kit analysis, and doing some more of videos once those kits get processed. So stay tuned for more of that. And again, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.